Back from holiday, got order Chinese. Just this second got back from the airport. Yes, I can place an order for delivery, please.
What do you like?
Right, could I have a special charming, a special house charming, a plain charming, a house special fried rice, an egg fried rice, sweet and sour chicken balls, sweet and sour pork balls, shredded chili beef, sweet and sour chicken Hong Kong style, beef in black bean sauce. Could I have kung po prawns, salt and chili king prawns, salt and chili chicken. Could I have a portion of chips, mini pancake rolls, roast duck Chinese style, chips, prawn crackers. Thank you very much, and a curry sauce.
And a curry sauce, yeah. What type of cold drink would you like?
Diet Coke, please.
Diet Coke, yeah.
Yes, please.
Our total is $89.90.
Lovely, thank you very much.
Yeah, and delivery will take around 50 minutes to an hour.
50 minutes to an hour, that's perfect. Thank you. Holiday. Bosh.
For those who don't know, that is just a bloke ordering Chinese on the phone at his local Chinese, but his name is Big John, and he's in the studio. He's a social media, I suppose, influencer, call him what you like, but he's in our studio because he's here for a big day, the Bosh Races Day party at Ascot on Saturday. And he's joined by his son, who, if you say something wrong to Big John, it's where Johnny Fisher steps in, Scotty.
You're in trouble. Well, good morning, boys. Big John, Johnny Fisher. How are you?
Thank you for having us on.
Made me feel hungry playing that back.
I've been hungry all morning. I was saying to guys, I'm starving right now. I love my Chinese, so does Goss, but I don't mind it for breakfast either. All leftover Chinese for breakfast.
Cold, got to be cold. Cold Chinese is nothing better.
So there's 17 dishes there.
Yeah.
How many is that feeding?
5 or 6. Could be 4 to 6. There's 6 in our family, depends on who's about. But as you say, whatever, there's no waste. Whatever doesn't get eaten at that first sitting, if people are coming in and out, they'll finish it off.
And just going by your Insta stuff, I'm sort of picking that the chicken Hong Kong style is one of your favourites. There's always a fist pump when that one comes out.
Sweet and sour chicken Hong Kong style. And there's a nice dish at our local, the Blue Orchid spicy pork, which you can't really get any other places. It's absolutely delicious.
So we're going to get to the bottom of this amazing resurgence, social media, and I know, Johnny, you're involved in it as well, but you've got your other brother who's launched basically your dad's profile. But I want to go back just quickly on Chinese. You mentioned your local is the Blue Orchid.
Yeah.
A little birdie told me that there are people who have travelled out from Australia who have gone across to the UK who go to the Blue Orchid because they've seen you on social media, and there's no monetary gain in this for you. You just said, that's my local and that's where I get my Chinese, and their takings have gone up. How much?
70% since we started. Listen, I've been going to the Blue Orchid with my wife before we had children, so when we was going out of each other, 18 years of age, 17 years of age, I'm now 50. Same family own it. It is the best Chinese restaurant. I'm lucky to eat in all the fancy restaurants.
Why is it so good?
It's just good. Good people, good food, fresh ingredients. They take pride in what they do. Trust me, I've eaten Chinese all over the world. I can't wait to get back on Monday night and have one. But it's just like whenever they get someone from Australia there, they give me a ring and say, "Oh, John, someone from Australia come over. Can you talk to them on the phone?" Sometimes I'll go down and say hello. You know.
So they drop your name when they come in?
Yeah, everyone does. They come from all over the country, all over England, America, Australia, New Zealand. But quite a few Aussies. I've been down there about 7, 8 times when there's Aussies been in there, because if they've made come all that way, it's only 5 minutes round the corner. I'll come down and say hello.
I've got a theory with Chinese restaurants that if they can't nail sweet and sour pork, the rest of it's not worth doing.
Yeah.
Have you got a dish, a Chinese dish, that if they can't get right, the rest of it's going to be ordinary?
My favourite dish is kung po prawn, but it varies from place to place because I like it with a crispy little tight batter on it with a nice sauce. Sometimes you go to restaurants, you say kung po prawns, and there's no batter on it. It's just like a prawn with a bit of sauce.
Real.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Yeah.
March them out of town.
So in my local area, we grew up with the China House, right? It was called China House, and it was one section. Then it became 2, 3, 4, and just spread as it got bigger. But Chinese restaurants, in particular in Perth, and we've got listeners, and I'm sure 13 12 55 or 0487 736 736, I think the Chinese restaurants are on the wane here in Perth. Now, you've been in Australia a fair bit, boys, on this tour.
Yeah.
Have you found that a good Chinese restaurant's hard to find in Australia?
Yeah, well, Johnny, you can answer that better, Sydney.
Yeah, we've been in Sydney, and you went to Chinatown and said we expected to see like something similar to London, because in London you've got 20, 30, 40 restaurants plus in ready to eat, but here. It just hasn't been the same, has it? Some good recommendations of individual restaurants a little bit further out, but they're the fancy ones. We like a general Chinese where the food's fresh, it's nice.
Real Chinatown.
It's real
Street
Chinatown,
market type.
Nothing too fancy. That's the best kind.
You didn't mention. I stand corrected on your order, but as Scotty mentioned, you did order a lot. So I lost my way after
It didn't seem a lot to me. I think it seemed fine.
I did lose my way after about 9 dishes. Lemon chicken get a run?
So every now and again we'll mix it up with a lemon chicken. I do like a lemon chicken.
It can be a bit too sweet though at times, can't it?
Yeah, a little batter over it, all sliced up with a lemon sauce. Every now and again, that's something we throw in there.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a good point there.
But I'm not allowed it very often, and I love it. But I'm not allowed it. It's not big in my house. But I snuck one in the other week, and I went to an old favourite. Used to go with my nana and pop in Wembley, it was Swan Lake.
Yes.
And I said, my pop was
Street?
Lemon chicken. No, just next to the Herdsy. Next to the Herdsman Markets there, Swan Lake. And I said, I haven't been able to be here for a while. I'm going to get what my pop ordered. I'm going to have lemon chicken. No batter. Got it home. It's devastating.
No batter.
That's disappointing.
Devastating.
Okay, so tell us how this all started.
How are they still open?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'll be truthful. Through lockdown, we nearly lost our business. I've got a cheese business. We nearly lost our house. We didn't get much help. We got one grant, that was it. A lot of people seem to do well in lockdown. We didn't. We was one of the ones. And we came together as a family. Cut long story short, we went out selling meat to people's houses. Me and Johnny, he was finishing his history degree. We had no social media presence then. We worked 18, 19 hours a day. We all came together as a family, all of us. And then one time, we went out, we let ourselves go with our friends. We had a big meal. I come back, we ordered more Chinese, and I just did a video holding a Chinese box going, who wants an effing Chinese? And it went viral, about 40, 50 million views around the world. Just kept going round and round and round. And from that, people seemed to know me on TikTok. I was already on TikTok without my knowledge. And and I started getting nightclub appearances with the students, like with the universities in nightclubs. I thought that was a wind-up at first, and then one led to two led to three. Big shout-out Fred from Fishes. And then I've been doing some work with Dom at Invades around the race courses. Yep. And it's just spread. I've been all over the world with it. So it's nuts. I'm a normal working man, just didn't chase any of this at all. My middle son, Emma, used to put videos of me up.
Has it changed you? The notoriety?
Not changed me at all, no. I'm if anything, it's made me become even more of who I am, because you see a lot of fakeness. You see a lot of people that think they're something they're not, and we do nothing. Johnny does. He's a professional boxer.
Yeah,
he works hard. He works hard, but for me, it's just a bit of fun. I bring a bit of light-heartedness to people, and long may it continue. And I'm earning a living in a different way, and it's brought me to Australia, so I'm very pleased for that. I'm very grateful.
I'm going to ask Johnny, has it changed him? I mean, is he ordering you around now, going, no, go grab my bags, mate? You're that undefeated boxer.
He's not a diva like you think. He could slip into that mindset if he hasn't got a Chinese around him. But I think the way I do conduct my boxing career as well, we're very similar in a way that we'll be honest, and we're authentic, and we try not to. I don't need to talk loudly. People know what they're going to get when I fight. I'm an exciting fighter, and you don't need to big it up. You just be yourself, and I think people buy more into that when you try and be genuine and just be honest with people.
So you're known as the Romford Bull. You're unbeaten 11 from 11. Now it's interesting enough because your dad mentioned that you went to uni, Exeter, I think it was.
Exeter.
Did you do stand corrected? Did you do your dissertation on the bombing of Germany 44-45?
Yeah, aerial bombing of Germany from 44 to 45, and that was really interesting because we hear a lot about the Blitz.
This is his chat up line to young ladies, and it don't seem to have the same effect.
Yeah, I love talking about it, so I don't care. But we look at Dresden.
See the glint in his eye, look. The glint in his eye, look.
He talks about the aerial bombing. I've got to get it out there. But yeah, it was really interesting. I've done a lot on Napoleon as well, but that was really fascinating because we hear a lot about what happened to London, and there was terrible things that happened, but it was tenfold what happened to the Germans in Dresden. And
so you're a smart boxer.
Yeah,
I think there's a lot of smart boxers out there now. Like my good friend Joe Joyce has got a degree as well. I'm not saying you've got to have a degree to be smart, because I think we've got past that stage in modern society that thinking you've got to go to university to be smart. But it was great to go to Exeter. I played a bit of rugby union there as well, and that was brilliant. And I loved my time there, and it's put me in a good place.
This is absolute proof that you're a really good boxer. Because he's bright. He hasn't been hit in the head too many times.
That's
guys.
it.
So
That's it.
The thing with Johnny with boxing, he doesn't need to box. He could do so many different career paths. He chooses to box, and I think that's what makes him more dangerous, because he loves it.
10 of those wins out of the 11 straight have been knockout. Yeah. Mate, you got to what's your go-to blow?
I love an overhand right. I love it over the top of the
Can
guard.
you, while Big John and I, we'll chow down some Chinese, can you show Goss your
Oh, yeah, you think
overhand
that's
right?
funny, don't you?
Well, I just think Big John and I got
That's
more in
funny.
common.
You always revert to the physical stuff.
I always say about Johnny, he gets punched in the head for a living. I have to eat chicken balls for a living. Someone who's the clever one. I didn't go to uni.
For those who don't know, 827,000 and probably building TikTok, Instagram followers, or soldiers now in global and
Bosh
ever-growing
soldiers,
Bosh
like the Bosh
army.
soldiers.
So where does Bosh come from?
I just said it. A lot of people say Bosh, like in England, and Lenny McLean used to say it, Alan Pace used to say it. A lot of people in England say it now. I just said it after one Chinese video, not thinking anything of
What
it.
does it mean? Good, grouse.
Just means everything's all right. We're all right. We're all good.
It's the way you say it, though.
It's the way I said it. I said it in one video. Didn't think no more
show
of
how
it.
you say it.
I go, Bosh.
It's not Bosh.
Yeah, and I had so many comments after my other videos. Why are you not saying Bosh? We love the way you're saying Bosh. We love it. And then I sort of come up with variations for around the world, just as a bit of fun, and it's just took off. You know, I can go anywhere in the world and there's Bosh soldiers.
So if prior to COVID, if someone had said you were going to be a social media megastar superstar, you would have gone, one, I don't know what social media is, and two, and TikTok is like, it's the new thing. Our boss, who owns this network and owns our basketball team that sadly lost last night, he has said to all of us, and I'm a bit in real estate as well, and some of the best real estate agents are using TikTok for their business.
Yeah.
Their profile becomes business becomes next level. Has it changed you?
Not at all. I'm just, as I say, I'm a family man, 4 children, still got a 15-year-old daughter at home with my wife, and all I want to do is provide for them. I've worked hard all my life, like many men, like many women have, and I'm still continuing to do so. It's just that you're doing things like this now, so it's just
Incredible.
like I've got, like, you know, you talk to people from all different sporting backgrounds, and it's unbelievable. It is truly unbelievable because I'm just a normal, regular bloke. You know, that,
That's why people love him, mate.
yeah, and that's why the Chinese resonates with people, because it's at the end of the week, Friday or Saturday night, we've all worked hard. Let's have a Chinese as a family, and we come together at one time. And I think that's what people react to.
Yeah.
And you know, it's regular, and people relate to that. It's relatable.
I'm going to get to the Bosh Races Day party, the Bosh party, which is the Bosh Bash on Saturday at Ascot, and going to be huge out there, Perth racing. Beautiful weather, great day of racing. We're right into our racing, of course. But Johnny, when's your next fight? You haven't fought since August, I think, last year, professionally.
I fought in February.
February
3rd in Las Vegas. I was over
really? Just about that long ago?
Yeah, 5
That's why he's here now. He's having a few weeks down.
How'd you go?
Really good round 1 knockout. I fought a guy who was 10-1.
Round 1?
Fought for a European
You
title.
don't get bang for your buck going to watch your fights,
No,
do
you
you?
do, because you see a knockout every time. That's what people want. But I got cut in the build up to that
Is
fight.
that across your nose?
First time I sparred out there, I sparred Michael Hunter. He's fought some of the top guys, and last round of sparring just clashed heads. And remember,
It was the day I got out there to help with Cam. I'll get out there. And he's got a big cut, and everyone was sort of panicking. I said, let's not panic, because obviously we had 200 people from London, England, coming over. They've all paid flights, hotels, and it was like only 3 weeks before the fight. And I said, look, it's on your nose.
That was what was more the problem.
But the week of training was great, losing it, because I think he was training too hard.
So-
Just step back a bit.
Can I just talk about the flip around? Because when you were fighting, you and the family, but in particular yourself, Big John, you were selling the tickets. It was almost like physically selling. You weren't doing it online. You were
Crazy.
physically going to people and selling tickets just to support your boy.
Yeah.
You still remain to do that?
Yeah,
or
I
have
do
you
it.
just moved on and
we-
said you fight your own battles, mate?
Matchroom, like, I still do it. I'm still the face of the tickets. Matchroom like you to do it online now. I much preferred the physical, because you got to see people. We still give
more personal.
everyone that buys a ticket for Johnny's fight, we give them a free T-shirt with some of his sponsors.
And we meet up before. We have like a bar.
We have meet-ups.
Before, and we have a party afterwards. Win, lose or draw, people go there. But we want to talk to Matchroom because we love the personal aspects of people meeting up to a.
Although I didn't, I was going to bed 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning,
your
and
problem, not mine.
then someone said they haven't got their tickets. I'm thinking, oh my God, what have I done? It's just pen and paper. It was crazy. Like at one fight at the Alexandra Palace, like 3,000 physical tickets.
Yeah.
It was mad, but it's great. It's such a community, as Johnny said. Anyone. Any race,
it's all walks
colour,
of life.
creed, whatever you
So
are,
it should be.
You come in there, you put the Bosh Soldier T-shirt on. Don't matter what football club you support, we're all as one. And they're a good bunch. Everyone's great.
Speaking of football,
Oh, you okay, mate? You've had a bad
Well,
morning.
I went-
You're a massive Luton Town fan who've jumped up into the Premier League, and
Up the Luton.
you were flying 3-zip.
Can't go letting 3-goal leads down. But
you led
Bournemouth
3-0 and lost.
lost 4-3. But let's be having it. Teams like Bournemouth and that, they're good teams now. There's some good, like lower level teams within the Premier League. And when they play each other, it's great entertainment, as you see last night. But if you're a Luton fan, just forget
you
that.
don't
one.
give up a 3-goal lead to anyone.
Especially when you're scrapping for every point.
Exactly.
Every point
You're
is
taking it
valuable.
well. I've got a mate in Melbourne who's a born and bred Luton Town man. We didn't hear the end of it when you got promoted.
No, listen, my good friend Daniel Potts, he scored the winning penalty at Wembley to get Luton to the Premier League. Unfortunately, he's been injured. Hopefully, he's coming back very soon. So, like, it's a big part of us. Like Steve Potts played for West Ham. His dad.
Yep.
They're good friends of ours. Very, very good friends. So, it means a lot to us with Daniel. But it is sport. You win, you lose. You can't.
Right.
You know, the most important thing to me is if I lose my Chinese, that's more important than losing a game.
Then we're going to really blow up.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you know that you're in the room of greatness? I mean, me, a former TV superstar myself, but this guy here holds the record. Now, off air, we're talking to you about the Wacker,
Yes.
Yeah.
where the West Coast Eagles, who are one of the AFL teams who play in Perth, right? They played some of their games at the Wacker before this stadium was built. He holds the record for the most number of goals in a game. 14. Have a listen to this.
Scott Cummings going at number 14, the best ever by an Eagle.
14 goals in a single game. That's some achievement.
I thought when I stood next to you, I thought, you're tall. Because we only watched the Giants train and play.
Yeah, you've been wearing the Giants hat around, I noticed.
I've got it with me.
You got it with you. What's going
Your
on?
own tsunami.
Up the Giants. Listen, they invited us in. Isaac Cumming, Stephen Caniglio. I was in the car.
He's a Perth boy.
Good Perth boy. One of the nice
Great.
people.
Listen, I'll tell you a quick story. I was in the car and I didn't have a clue who any of them were, right? I'm going along and Alex, the Aussie bloke who's riding us around, I said, I've got Isaac Cummings, Stephen Caniglio. He's going, what? He's a Giants fan. I thought he was going to crash the car. They invited us to training. An hour after they invited us to training, I had about 4 or 5 Sydney Swans players on. Come to our game tonight, Big John. But we'd already committed to the Giants. You're not going to, do that, go one after the other. And we went and met the Giants. What a lovely bunch of men, women there that all work there. We went and saw the game on the Saturday night after our event.
It's great. I never watched. We never really known about Aussie rules.
No,
So
we're hooked now. I think we're going to come back in August, September and do like an Aussie rules tour.
game as well.
Yeah.
Hey, boys, we've got to get going. I'm going to ask you, though, for Johnny Fisher, when is the Romford Bulls next fight?
You'll be fighting in June. I'm going to find out the date exactly. Going to be in London, and we're looking to go towards an English title eliminate us.
And we're looking to get a fight out here before the end of the year as well.
Look forward to that. And tell us a bit about Saturday Perth Racing, how excited you are. Perth Racing are very forward in regards to their social media presence and the new wave of supporters, and everyone is talking about going to the races.
I'll be truthful, we've been Newcastle, Sydney, Canberra, all have been exceptional, unbelievable turnouts. I went to Perth Racecourse, Ascot Racecourse the other day. Lovely people, what a setting. I am so looking forward to it. This is the last one. We want to finish with the biggest bang possible and get people a few winners along the way.
If you want tickets, you go to Invades on Instagram. You'll find a link there.
There you go, Invades.
He's plugged it. He got it in, Dom. He's plugged it.
There you go. That's his 5% taken care of. Big Johnny Fisher, thanks for coming in. You have taken Australia by storm. Social media hasn't been the same. Well done. You are very normal.
Australia's taken us by storm. We love it. We love the people. Listen, rivalry, England, Australia with sporting. I mean, the Wacker puts fear into me when I heard about the Wacker. Many English batsmen have gone down there. Yeah, perished there. And the Sydney SCG, I saw that. But can we just say how grateful we are to be here? The people have been absolutely wonderful.
Good stuff.
And we can't wait to come back.
And last one, how's the cheese? Are you still in cheese?
I'm still in cheese. I've still got that business, but I let my main supplier, J.S. Bailey, they're sort of operating it for me. I'm doing it with hands off. So we've still got it. You never know when you have to go back to it.
We should go to lunch, Big John and I, and make one Chinese restaurant real happy.
Listen,
today.
are you ever in London? Are you ever in London?
I've got family in England. I don't go there often.
You don't travel, mate.
Whenever
You can see
you're
it on
in
the
London,
internet, Johnny. You can see it on the internet.
yeah.
You don't need to travel, mate. You look on Google.
I'll look you up, Dave. If I get over there. If I get over
But I'm
there.
just saying, the offer's there. If you're ever in
Thank
London,
you.
come and have a blue orchid with us.
We will do.
Yeah.
Big Johnny Fisher. Catch him up on the socials, and they're going to be at Perth Racing, of course, at Ascot on Saturday. Get your tickets there. Get a part of it, Bosh Army. This is Scott Ingos. We're late for news, but we're late because of greatness. Big John and Johnny Fisher.
Bosh.